Information about A Moment of Science or to download our latest podcasts, visit us at amomentofscience.org.
Listen weekday afternoons at 5:45 on KSJE.
Travel is one of life's great rewards, and there's always something new to see and experience when you travel the world like I do. Hi, I'm Rick Steves. Join me as we get better acquainted with the world each week on Travel with Rick Steves. Together, we'll explore fascinating sights, discover amazing food, and make new friends from near and far. Your radio is the only passport you'll need. Join us for Travel with Rick Steves, Saturday afternoons at 1 on KSJE.
KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center, here to meet your urgent and emergent medical needs, whether they are COVID-19 related or not. Medical emergencies happen when you least expect them, whether it's a stroke, heart attack, illness, or injury. San Juan Regional Medical Center's caregivers are here to provide care to you and your loved ones. Find out more online at sanjuanregional.com. Thirteen minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Thursday morning, February the 25th, 2021. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Michlin, and thanks for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the air here in San Juan County, New Mexico. 103.3 FM over the air if you're listening in Durango, Colorado, and streaming everywhere from our website at ksje.com. Welcome also to our viewers who are watching this visual radio program. It is streaming live this morning to the KSJE Facebook page, our Twitter account, and our YouTube channel. We're glad that you are with us as well this morning, everybody. So thank you for tuning in. Coming up in the next few moments, we're going to get an update from Douglas Joe with the San Juan County Partnership about the Housing Assistance Program. There are some new programs available and some more things that he's going to update us about. That is coming up in the next few moments right here on KSJE. So we hope that you will stay tuned for that. Then this hour, we're going to do a best of, but it's still a relevant program because the virtual career and internship fair is happening this week here at San Juan College. We'll be talking a little bit more about that. There are still some things going on today and tomorrow that you'll be interested in learning about. And so that's coming up later on this hour, 8:35 on the radio on KSJE and KSJE.com. That takes us to 9 a.m. And of course, it's our COVID-19 Community Information Program. Megan Cullip will be here joining me, and this morning we'll be talking with Farmington Mayor Nate Duckett on San Juan County's arrival in the yellow status, which allows things to happen like the reopening of indoor dining at certain percentages, 33% of capacity in restaurant dining rooms, that and much more with the yellow status. So we'll be talking with Mayor Duckett live this morning a little after 9 a.m. on KSJE. Of course, our Facebook page, our Twitter account, KSJE, and our YouTube channel. You can watch it live or hear it on the radio at 5:06 p.m. this evening. Our other guest this morning is Sally Marquez. She is the Executive Director of the New Mexico Activities Association. We'll be getting an update from her on spring sports, and spring sports which are going to sound a lot like fall sports as things start to reopen, practicing on the field and on the court, and much more in an update coming up this morning on our COVID-19 Community Information Program online at 9 a.m. on the radio at 5:06 this afternoon. That's because on the radio at 9, Mick Hess takes us roving with the arts every weekday morning, of course. And this morning, Mick is playing the wonderful Scheherazade by Rimsky-Korsakov coming up on Roving with the Arts at 9:06 on KSJE. So we hope that you will tune into that program as well. And don't forget, in addition to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, we invite you to connect with KSJE on our Instagram page as well. And let's talk about the weather forecast, shall we? Outside right now, it is partly sunny, 28 degrees in Farmington outside our studios here at San Juan College, but we are expecting a bit of rain in the forecast and cooler weather today. The high 48 in Farmington. The forecast that I see say maybe a chance of a scattered shower this afternoon, and the high being 48 degrees. Clear overnight tonight with a low of 22, then more sunshine tomorrow with a high of 49 on Friday, Sunshine on Saturday with a high of 44 degrees and an overnight low of 22. Sunny, a bit warmer on Sunday with a high again of 48 degrees and an overnight low of 26. And then next week, things start to warm up quite a bit. It looks like it's going to be mostly sunny on Monday with a high of 52, and then take a look at Tuesday, Wednesday, highs near 60 degrees all the way through the rest of next week. So it looks to be a pretty decent forecast coming up once these showers get out of the way today. Joining me this morning to talk a little bit about the Housing Assistance Program, part of the San Juan County Partnership. Douglas Joe, who is the director of that program, is back in Studio A with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in to talk a little bit about the work that you do, and things have been changing a little bit since you were last year, just a little while ago, right?
Yes, it seems like it's been changing every week.
Right.
We are very busy, and a lot of individuals from the community are asking for assistance, so I just want to keep them abreast of everything that's going on.
You bet. And so to remind everybody, the Housing Assistance Program is run through the San Juan County Partnership, and you help run that program and try to get folks who are either homeless already or at risk of becoming homeless
Yes.
in contact with resources in the community to maybe help them and get them into housing or whatever the case may be, correct?
Yes, and that is our job, and I do have 2 staff on board, and they do assist me, and they do an excellent job.
Very good. And so that could be grant programs or other programs, depending on income and things like that. It's all up in the air, I guess, as to what they would qualify for when they come to see you.
Yes, and it just depends on their situation at hand. Then also we have a different grant that provides different assistance. Like one of them is called the CARES Act, which I wanted to talk about also, which helps with the REARS program, bringing them up with their utility payments or their rent payments.
Gotcha.
And they have to, again, meet certain qualifications for those two.
Right. So some of these things are specific to the COVID-19 pandemic, these programs that have become available during the last 11 months or so, right?
Yes, and due to the COVID, again, our offices are closed. We do all communication through telephone calls or emails, and most of the documents we receive are emailed to us or either faxed to us. And just to let the public know also is we might be moving too, but within the same plaza. So when
Your
that
location,
happens,
your office location. Gotcha.
So our office location. So when that happens, maybe the next time I come on board
Right.
on the radio show, we'll have a new office space, which is just like 3 doors down from our current location.
But right now you're not taking appointments at the office anyway, so
Yes,
so the location is really just where
it's
you,
just
where
a
you
move.
go.
Yeah. Fax machine, emails, our phone numbers are all the same.
Good, very good. And so define for me the idea of, what do you consider homeless, right? Because there are certain definitions that makes up the idea of someone who is either homeless or at risk of becoming homeless, right?
All right. Literally homeless, meaning is living in a place that is not meant for human habitation, in a vehicle, living in the parks, sidewalks, abandoned buildings, emergency shelters, or getting away from a domestic violence situation.
Okay.
Or shelters.
Sure.
Then the at risk of homelessness is individuals or families who do not have sufficient resources or support networks to immediately available to prevent literally homelessness. So those are the 2 categories that we use. And if they meet those 2, then we start the process.
Gotcha. So I guess maybe eviction could maybe be one of these types of things, right?
Eviction would go under the CARES Act. And that one is when the tenant receives a 3-day notice or a 30-day notice to vacate, they can call our office and give us the information that's going on between them and the landlord. And if they're behind on rent, we can assist them. But again, there's certain guidelines they got to meet, the income, the guidelines for income and things like that. And the other one is if they get a court summons for court to vacate the premise.
Right.
The unit that they live in, then they can give our office a call too. And again, they have to meet the same guidelines too.
Understood.
So that's under the CARES Act.
Right. And there's been some moratoriums on evictions and things like that, haven't there, in some states?
Yes, and they do follow that.
Are we into that here in New Mexico?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but we do still assist the tenants with catching up with their utilities or their rents. Again, they got to meet the guidelines.
Right. But I imagine the landlords are appreciative of that too.
Oh, definitely. So any of you landlords out there listening, that's the information I wanted to also give to all of you. If you're not aware of that, if you have any tenants that are behind on their rents, do that. 3-day notice, 30-day notice to vacate. Or if you already passed that and you're at the court summons, then refer the tenants to us.
That's how they would work, right?
Yeah,
the landlord can't go to you, but the tenant can come to you.
Yeah, tenants can come to us.
Got you. And so there's another thing that we want to talk about this morning, Douglas Joe, which is some training that you were just at, right, for a new, I guess, survey from folks that do come to you looking for help or how you can help them?
Yes. So it's called a coordinated entry system for New Mexico, and I just took that training yesterday. That's why I wanted to bring this up to the public. So when you call our office for assistance and you meet the at risk of homelessness or literally homeless, then we're going to have you do a survey. So the survey is going to take about 30 minutes. And before we start the survey, we're going to get your consent first, telephonically. Then we'll fill out the information where you sign your name. And once the information is filled out, we'll start the survey. And again, like I said, it's going to be a 30-minute questionnaire. And basically, this survey, it says it is a pre-screening or triage tool that is designed to be used by all providers within a community to quickly assess the health and social needs of homeless persons and match them with the most appropriate support and housing interventions that are available. The coordinated entry system is designed to determine the presence and acuity of an issue and identify clients to refer for specific housing intervention, but is not intended to provide a comprehensive assessment of each person's need. The tool is designed to measure acuity and risks to housing instability. It is not designed to specifically look at eligibility for a specific program. So a lot of times, people refer to the waiting list.
Right.
Yeah, but the appropriate word would be the New Mexico Coordinated Entry System. So that's the list that you'll be put on once you do the survey. So once the first survey is completed, we'll fax it to Santa Fe, and then they'll do their assessment from there.
Got you. And so that is different from the other system a little bit?
Yeah, that's different than the other system. So that one's
a little
done.
more longer, comprehensive, I guess. Is that what maybe we're thinking?
Well, the other system was pretty simple, but this is you have I guess you got a 4-part to it. It just depends on which one you fall under.
Right.
The survey, once if it's an individual or you're a couple or a family or a youth. Youth meaning the ages of between 18 and 24, and so it just depends on where you fall in that category. Then we'll do that survey. So there's a survey for each one.
I see. And it sounds like it might help to connect these folks with more than just housing assistance if they need more assistance than just housing. Is that also part of what this is for?
Yes, that's what that survey is for, yeah. Then so we got different programs within the community that do those assistance.
Right.
So once they figure out, they look at the survey, they assess it and say, okay, they need help also from here at this location, so they'll get referral to that location.
Gotcha. And so they call you and they go through the survey. You go through the survey with them, or your staff does, right?
Yes.
And fill that out, and then it goes to Santa Fe.
Yes.
For a decision, I guess, or they make sure everybody's in compliance and in the right income levels and all that stuff, right? That's how it kind of works and comes back to you.
Then after that's done, then we start the intake process. We start asking them more information as far as since they do qualify. Then that's where we ask for certain documentation, income and house composition, things like that.
Right.
Then once we fill out those applications, then we'll do the paperwork and everything else to house them.
So when folks call you and you want to give them the survey to get the ball rolling, do they need any other documentation to look at or to have at their ready when they call you, or just explain what their circumstances are? Yeah,
just the survey is just to explain what the circumstances are, but at the beginning of the survey, we'll provide everything for them at that time.
Gotcha.
Again, each situation is different because we do different grants.
Right.
And the grants require different documentation. So.
Sure. So they would deal with that the next time they talk to you, right?
Yes.
How it would work. And so you mentioned waiting lists, and so do you have a lot of folks maybe? Do we not have enough of funding in the programs to help everybody who's asking for help during these times?
I'm not too sure about that because the assessment is done in Santa Fe.
I see.
And so, yes. And part of that is also, I guess you would go to the San Juan Housing where they provide housing cards. And they just got to keep that updated.
Right.
And yesterday I went over there and with some names to make sure that those clients were on the list because we wanted to process them through our housing assistance program. So instead of them going over there, I went over there myself just to see if they're on the list, and some were and some weren't. So those that weren't, we asked them to go back over there and reapply and get themselves on the list.
Gotcha. And so from the last time that you and I spoke, how are things looking? Are you seeing about the same number of clients coming to talk to you? More need for your help? Less need for your help? About the same? What would you say?
I would say more because right now I think I get probably around 10 that hopefully I can complete by Friday.
Okay.
And get them into a house by March 1st. So that's why I have
March 1st is next week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's how
that's
fast
quick.
I got to move. Yeah.
Right. Right.
So it's just
Okay.
constant. It's nonstop.
Right. And I know winter makes it even more urgent, right? Because
Yes.
of the temperatures and the cold weather, although it's been a little bit warmer, but still at night, you don't want anyone sleeping
No.
in a car,
Yes.
for heaven's sakes, at night.
So that's why, we got to keep moving these paperwork and see if we can get them all in as soon as possible.
Right.
But there are a lot of documents that don't come through, so we understand that. So, but it's just working with them on a daily basis.
Right. And so for folks who are watching us this morning, listening to us this morning, maybe they're not in a homeless situation or are about to become homeless, but maybe they know somebody, or maybe they are friends of someone who is struggling or trying to get out of a abusive situation or whatever the case may be. These are some of those folks that can come and talk to you?
Yes, and I got referrals like that. They call me at my office, say, hey, Douglas, I know this family that's living out of their vehicle. Can I refer them to you? I say, sure. And I give them the number to call for intake, and we process them.
Okay, that's still important then.
Yes.
So let's share that information with folks this morning. We'll bring it up again. But the phone number to call you Monday through Friday, 8 to 5?
Is 505-325-1178.
Okay. And your email address, you can also respond to emails, right? Is just
Yes,
your last name, Joe, and your first letter, D. At sjcpartnership.org, San Juan County Partnership.org, right? SJC
Yes,
Partnership.
Then the other thing, one more thing is March 5th at 10 o'clock, we also do what you call a frontline, virtual meetings with all the agencies within San Juan County as far as what they do to provide assistance to the communities.
Right.
And so we do that, and I have two presenters right now that are going to showcase their organization, what they do for the community, even like providing food, shelter, or whatnot, things that people might need. So that's what that's what I look for. So if there's anybody out there that want to showcase your program, what you're doing, give me a call. And if you want to be a presenter, I can put you on the list March 5th at 10 o'clock. And just email me your information, and then we'll send you a linkage to get on board.
Okay. Good to know. And again, same phone number, same email
Same
address,
phone,
right?
yes. And
Folks can use. And so during the last year, and I know you started working with the housing program how long ago?
September of 2019.
Okay. So you've been there throughout all of the pandemic.
Oh, not with the housing program.
The housing program.
I started in October
That's what I
of
thought.
2020, yes.
That's what I thought. So you weren't there for the whole year, but
Yeah,
are you
brand new to me.
Right, but you're getting the hang of it. I
Yes,
think
I'm
really
getting
well.
the hang of it, and I'm still learning every day. Like I said, these trainings are, the process are changing, then they need different things done different ways, so I just got to stay on top of it.
Sure, but there's been a lot of new programs too, right, or new funding sources, right, with
Yes.
some of the COVID aid that we've been hearing about from both the mostly from the federal level, right?
Yes,
But it's been coming through that you get to help distribute, right?
Yes, and so, yes, we got to stay on top of that, and then just bringing in clients and you managing the budget.
Right. And do you think you're going to get more from we know Congress is still talking about a COVID relief bill again, because the need is still there. Are you anticipating more programs, more help maybe coming down maybe later on this spring?
Possibly, yes, because some of the programs, the bigger programs, they break out and branch out to us, and that's how the grants also come down towards us.
Gotcha.
And so, if Santa Fe office gets more grant, I'm sure they'll send some towards our way too.
Right.
Yeah.
And they are distributing it throughout the state.
Yes,
obviously, but certainly our corner certainly gets its fair share. At least we
Yes.
hope we do.
Oh, definitely.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Now, with landlords and things like that, if folks have housing available for clients, for people, and they want it, and maybe they don't have it rented out, they've got some empty units, can they get in touch with you to maybe be part of this program to place people?
Yes, and just to make sure, the landlords that the units that they are going to rent out are non-subsidized. And
That's important.
yes, that's important. And if you're not sure if you're on the list, just send me your information or send a letter. That's what they've been doing. I think the last time I presented this, I got like 8 letters from landlords saying that put us
Make sure they're on the list or not.
Put us on your list.
Okay.
So that's what we've done. We updated the list again.
Good.
So it's constantly being updated. So if you want to be on the list, send me your information. My email's on here.
Right. There you go. Joe D at sjcpartnership.org for the radio folks who can't see the
Yes,
screen.
Oh,
That's why I'm
definitely.
going to read it out for them. But
Okay.
there you go. And because we always hear that there's a problem in a lot of places with affordable housing or housing for folks who maybe don't have a large income. And I would think that Farmington, San Juan County is suffering that same problem like other places in the state.
Yes, and I appreciate all the landlords who are giving me the information to assist housing assistance to the homeless.
Right. Very true. So, just a few minutes remaining this morning. Is there anything else we need to share with everybody while you're here this month?
I think that's about it. I just if anything else new comes up, I'll bring it up next time I come on your show.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you coming in all the time, Douglas. Thank you very much. And again, for folks who want to reach out, or someone knows someone who should reach out, they can call you and get a referral, right?
Yes, just give me a call.
All right. And the number again is 505.
325-1178. And if that's busy, you can call 325-4214.
Okay. There you go. But you're Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, you're in the
Yes,
office, or your staff's in the office answering
Yes.
those calls.
We are in office.
All right. Well, thank you for coming in. Thanks for the work that you're doing. I know there's a lot of folks who appreciate it,
Yeah.
for sure.
Thank you, too.
You're very welcome. That's Douglas Joe, my guest this morning from the San Juan County Partnership, the Housing Assistance Program here on KSJE.